Hello, my name is Bessey and this is Meaghan Burridge, and together we co-teach the Shakti Yoga Studio Yoga Teacher Training.
I began my yoga journey almost a decade ago, and I started yoga purely for a physical reason because I had chronic back pain, which I know many people experience. And what I quickly realized was that yoga is much more than just the physical components. And in the last decade, I've delved into and really enjoyed studying and practicing the vast teachings of yoga and integrating those teachings into my own life. So I'm really excited now through this 200-hour teacher training program to be able to pass on my own experience and my own understanding of these teachings to our students, and to have them be able to then take those learnings and bring them to their own students.
Now almost 20 years since I've been studying yoga, I've experimented and practiced in various styles and studied a number of philosophies. And what I've found over the years is that while the details of my asana, my pranayama, my meditation have changed, there are continuing threads of understanding that have become my personal truths. And I have so many wonderful, inspiring teachers to thank for helping me find that balanced path of yoga to help me uncover those truths. And I feel so very grateful to be able to continue in this tradition of passing yoga on to the students of our program.
I've practiced with Shakti for a couple of years. I just really enjoy the people and the community. The instructors know who you are when you walk in the door. They're always there to answer any questions that you have, and always willing to give that little more attention, more one-on-one. So I never ever felt like I was just a person in a class. I always felt like I had that individual attention, even if I was in a class with 20 people. So I just felt that it was the right fit for me. The program met and blew me away. It was more than I could have ever expected. I met fabulous people that will be lifelong friends. I learned more about myself than I had ever hoped to. I learned more about yoga than I ever hoped to. It blew my mind. It was an experience that I'll never forget, and has impacted my life in so many ways that it's hard to explain. I didn't expect the level of self-discovery that I got from it. Getting more in touch with myself and being more specific as to what it is I want as a person in my life, and knowing that I could create whatever life I decided I wanted to have. I didn't expect to have that through, I just thought I would do more yoga and would know how to teach yoga. And I felt that the self-discovery was just fabulous. And not only that, but learning that with a group of other people who came to the mat and were vulnerable. And as a group, we were there to really support each other in ways that I never thought would happen.
I thought I might learn a few routines to share with students, but it changed me. So I grew as a person, I think. My practice grew, my understanding of the entire notion of what is yoga and how to live my yoga. So it was above and beyond. No measurement. So the highlights of the yoga teacher program, I think first of all is bonding with the group. There were 18 of us and there were buddies for life. I think that the practices themselves showed us how to bust through plateaus in our own practice so that we could gain more confidence, say, in our own physical practice, learn about, for me, what was a foreign concept of meditation. So every week there was a highlight, there was some different angle that I had no idea this was coming, even though we had plenty of readings to do and preparation for class, but there was always a surprise, a new angle in that class during the weekend, and it just stayed with you until the next weekend. I'm using my teacher training certification. I'm already teaching classes. I'm using it as, say, a foundation to further learning as well. I've taken some additional trainings. I've been able to join in my own community and offer classes there. It's given me opportunity to teach in other places in town. I've been teaching a class at Munn. I taught at the farmers market. So it's helped me spread the joy of yoga. I've been able to give back. This is how I started. I really loved my yoga class and I wanted to learn more about it, and now I'm able to share that with others. So that's what it's done for me. For me, the joy of yoga is that it's accessible to everybody. So it doesn't matter if you're a little person, a child, male, female, what your age is, even if you've had an injury or any of this sort of thing. Everyone can do something in yoga and you can then build on that. So it's totally non-competitive and totally accessible.
What inspired me to obtain my yoga teacher training was basically an interest in learning more about the philosophy of yoga. I had studied Iyengar yoga for a little over 10 years, and when I came to Shakti, I started practicing yoga regularly, about 5 days a week, and just really wanted to learn more about the philosophy behind it. The program more than met my expectations. It was a fantastic program. It went from, I remember walking into the first weekend thinking, oh my goodness, what have I gotten myself into? To every weekend after that, the yoga weekend was the highlight of my whole month, so it was excellent. The girls, Bobby and Meaghan, the instructors, they come from very different schools and they have very different styles, and it was amazing to watch how they blended, and it just really showed how yoga you can come from different angles and different traditions, and it's still very much yoga, and they complemented each other well. So that was another highlight, was certainly getting to know all the other teachers in the training. It was a fantastic community of yoga people who I now still associate with, and that's a wonderful thing to have. Well, how I plan to use my certification is quite different than what I had originally planned. When I started, I didn't intend to teach yoga. I wanted to learn more about it. But now that I'm finished and graduated, I have registered with the Yoga Alliance, an international body, so you can teach anywhere. I've started teaching at Shakti regularly every week, and it's really been a springboard into the rest of my